Привет, everyone. My name is Ms.Altareb, and today I will be presenting some general information on Ukraine's origin and cultural and linguistic characteristics. Finally, I will be talking about Ukrainian students in USA schools. I decided to talk about Ukraine due to the increase of Ukrainian students in ESL classrooms in the United States. Following the recent events in Ukraine, many Ukrainians fled their home country and sought refuge in other countries, including the United States. Ukraine is the second largest country in Europe after Russia. Here is a map that shows the location of Ukraine. It is located in East Europe. It has a wonderful nature, and the climate there consists of white cold winters and warm summers, with mild autumn and spring. Ukraine is an agriculture country. It is known as the breadbasket of Europe. It has one of the most fertile soils, which is called black soil. Almost 1/4 of the black soil of the world is in Ukrainian lands. The most common crop that's exported worldwide from Ukraine is sunflower seed and oil. Ukraine was inhabited by the Slavs since the 2nd century CE. Ukraine is one of the Slavic countries, as well as Serbia, Bulgaria, Croatia, and Russia. Slavics are an ethnic and linguistic group predominantly found in Central and Eastern Europe. Russia and Ukraine share a common history, as Ukraine's current capital, Kyiv, was the center of the first Slavic state, Kievan Rus, which is the birthplace of both countries, Russia and Ukraine. For that, Russia and Ukraine have a lot of similarities. For example, they have collectivist communities and are high in uncertainty avoidance. However, Ukraine has more interest in a democratic state and has more freedoms. Their societies are also patriarchal and still adhere to traditional gender roles, even though women in Ukraine are highly educated and are getting more and more equal to men. Women are still expected. To stay home. To be caregivers and to stay home and to be stay-home moms. Men are expected to be the breadwinner and provide for their families. Ukrainians are very hospitable. Ukrainians are very hospitable and generous people, even though they may seem quiet and introverted. Ukrainians are family-oriented people, and the majority of them are Eastern Orthodox Christians, which is another shared characteristic between Russia and Ukraine. In fact, Ukraine has the third largest Orthodox population after Russia and Ethiopia. One of the Orthodox tradition is celebrating Christmas on January 7th. The majority of Ukrainians speak Ukrainian. 30% of them speak Russian. However, most Ukrainians understand Russian, and they're proud to be bilingual. Ukrainian is largely a phonetic language, and they use Cyrillic alphabets, just like the Russian language. And Ukrainian is a phonetic language, and that is rare in Indo-European family languages. What that means is that Ukrainian is pronounced as it's written. You can look at the words and know how to pronounce them. As an ESL teacher, I had great experience teaching Ukrainian students last year. Ukrainian students are hardworking students, and you would love to have them in your ESL classroom. However, like any other students from outside of the United States, they may experience a cultural shock and struggle from a language barrier. Also, since English is not a phonetic language, Ukrainian students may struggle with English literacy skills, and it might take them longer to master their writing, reading, and speaking skills in English. It is important to mention that Ukrainian refugee students may suffer from PTSD due to the difficulties of being in an unstable country after the Russian invasion. For that, as teachers, we have to work collaboratively with families and social workers to make the transition for Ukrainian students smooth and easy. That's the end of my presentation. I hope you learned a few important facts about this wonderful country and its people. Here